So family, we're continuing our conversation on the Quran, Surah 2, Baqara 2, Part 2, starting on verse 234. If any of you die and leave widows behind, they shall wait concerning themselves 4 months and 10 days when they have fulfilled their term. There is no blame on you if they dispose of themselves in a just and reasonable manner, and Allah is well acquainted with what ye do. 235. There is no blame on you if ye make an offer of betrothal, or hold in it your hearts. Allah knows that ye cherish them in your hearts, but do not make a secret contract with them, except in terms of honorable, nor resolve on the title of marriage, till the term prescribed is fulfilled. And know that Allah knoweth what is in your hearts, and take heed of Him, and know that Allah is often most forgiving, most forbearing. 236. There is no blame on you if ye divorce women before consummation or the fixation of their dower, but bestow on them a suitable gift, the wealthy according to his means, and the poor according to his means. A gift of reasonable amount is due from those who wish to do the right thing. 237. And if ye divorce them before consummation, but after the fixation of a dower for them, then the half of the dower is due to them, unless they remit it, or the man's half is remitted by him in whose hands is the marriage tie. And the remission of the man's half is nearest to righteousness. And do not forget liberality between yourselves, for Allah sees well all that ye do. 238. Guard strictly your habit of prayers, especially the middle prayer, and stand before Allah in a devout frame of mind. 239. If ye fear an enemy, pray on foot or riding, as may be most convenient, but when ye are in security, celebrate Allah's praises in the manner He has taught you, which ye knew not before. 240. Those of you who die and leave widows should bequeath for their widows a year's maintenance and residence. But if they leave the residence, there is no blame on you for what they do with themselves, provided it is reasonable, and Allah is exalted in power, wise. 241. For divorced women, maintenance should be provided on reasonable scale. This is a duty on the righteous. So, does that mean, like, you know how when people get divorced today and they have to pay child support and stuff? Is that what that's saying? Is that what it's saying, family? Like, for the maintenance, like, even though you divorce them, you still have to pay alimony? I think that's the word, alimony. Yeah. 243. Didst thou not turn by vision to those who abandoned their homes, though they were thousands in number, for fear of death? Allah said to them, Die. Then He restored them to life. For Allah is of bounty to mankind, but most of them are ungrateful. 244. Then the fight in the cause of Allah, and know that Allah heareth and knoweth all things. 245. Who is he that will loan to Allah a beautiful loan, which Allah will double unto his credit and multiply many times? It is Allah that giveth you want or plenty, and to Him shall be your return. 246. Hast thou not turned thy vision to the chiefs of the children of Israel after the time of Moses? They said to a prophet that was among them, Appoint for us a king, that we may fight in the cause of Allah. He said, It is not possible, if ye were commanded to fight, that ye will not fight. They said, How could we refuse to fight in the cause of Allah, seeing that we were turned out of our homes and our families? But when they were commanded to fight, they turned back, except a small band among them. But Allah has full knowledge of those who do wrong. 247. Their prophet said to them, Allah hath appointed Talut as king over you. There's a king named Talut, gotta mark that. They said, How can he exercise authority over us when we are better fitted than he to exercise authority? And he is not even gifted with wealth in abundance. He said, Allah hath chosen him above you, and hath gifted him abundantly with knowledge and bodily prowess. Allah granteth his authority to whom he pleaseth. Allah careth for all, and he knoweth all things. 248. And further, their prophet said to them, a sign of his authority is that there shall come to you the Ark of the Covenant, with an assurance therein of security from your Lord, and the relics left by the family of Moses and the family of Aaron, carried by angels. And this is a symbol for you, if ye indeed have faith. So they were saying, right, like, this guy, he's not gifted with wealth, like mass wealth. So why should he be the king? That made me think of the Virgin of Guadalupe story, where she revealed herself to, which I guess according, she's canonized in the Catholic way. She's canonized by the Catholic Church. And she revealed herself to a poor man close to an Aztec burial ground. And the poor man asked her, and well, he said, why did you choose me? Or like, I'm too poor. And she like basically said something very similar to this, like she can give her message to any messenger she wants. And that reminded me of that same theological point. And it's true. It's strange how we think that wealth is the first and foremost most important thing. And if that was true, Trump would be a better president. I mean, he's a billionaire. So, well, that's contentious, but he's a millionaire nonetheless. Yet, he hasn't exactly been the best ruler. 249. When Talut set forth with the armies, he said, Allah will test you at the stream. If any drinks of his water, he goes not with my army. Only those who taste not of it go with me. A mere sip out of the hand is excused. But they all drank of it, except a few. When they crossed the river, he and the faithful ones with him, they said, this day we cannot cope with Goliath and his forces. But those who were convinced that they must meet Allah said, how oft by Allah's will hath a small force vanquished a big one? Allah is with those who steadfastly persevere. 250. When they advanced to meet Goliath and his forces, they prayed, our Lord, pour out constancy on us and make our steps firm. Help us against those that reject faith. 251. By Allah's will, they routed them, and David slew Goliath, and Allah gave him power and wisdom and taught him whatever else he willed. And did Allah check one set of people by means of another? The earth would indeed be full of mischief, but Allah is full of bounty to all the worlds. 252. These are the signs of Allah. We rehearse them to thee in truth. Verily thou art one of the apostles. Oh, it's the David and Goliath stories in here. That is cool. That's the story where the young guy, he takes a rock, throws it at the head of that big dude, and he falls down. I bet you we're gonna learn more about Goliath. I bet you.